guys, Bryant with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another PWCC Top 100 Weekly Auction number 64, which ended last night on April 9th. The values of these sales include the buyer's premium, but they are not yet reflected in card ladder. So keep that in mind when we look at these graphs. We'll be plotting where these new data points would be in relation to the card ladder graph. They're not yet reflected on these card ladder graphs. And I've got about 20 of them pulled up where we're going to look at prices. Some really interesting crap happened last night. A lot of real big surprises, a lot of real baffling things. But just some great cards as always. So let's not waste any time. Let's get going. I want to keep this around 30. First card, LeBron, flawless, serial number to 15. Great looking patch, BGS 9.5 mixed gem, does 25-20. Dual patch LeBron Kobe from 2004, exquisite, serial number to 10, 9.5, does 25-20. And then a Jason Kidd, exquisite number pieces, serial number to 5, does 26-40. Of course, those number pieces are serial number to the jersey number of the player, and Jason Kidd was jersey number 5. 3-color patch here in that little 5 window. Pretty cool looking card right there. Jason Kidd sneaking into the top 100. SGC 5.5 Jordan 2640. We've got a John Morant, good looking card. I've never seen it. This is his impeccable autograph, no patch, but it's just his serial number 99 autograph, sort of looking over his shoulder, glamour shot. I think he's got his hand in his waistband ready because he's strapped. He's ready to pull the thing out if anybody wants to start trouble. You can't really tell in the picture, but you just got to assume. Serial number to 99. It's a Pop 3 card in PSA 1010. 2760. A Kobe Gold Refractor from Bowman Chrome 2008 does 2760 as well. Let's get some Kevin Durant's and some Kevin Garnett's. It's the Kevin row. So the Durant does, this is a rookie patch auto, BGS 9.5 from Ultimate Collection. It does 2760. And then the exquisite collection, Emblems of Endorsement, Kevin Garnett, BGS 9 does 2760. The first card we're going to look up in Card Ladder is a card that I own in this exact same grade. It's the 1997 Thrill Seekers. You see that scope pattern in the window pane in the background. That's just really cool. And a lot of people may not notice this. Michael Jordan's name, for whatever reason, is in parentheses over here on the left. It's something that's rarely discussed, but I've often wondered about. 2760 for this 9.5 Thrill Seekers. Let's check it out on Card Ladder. Wait, what did I say? 2760. That seems really low. The last one sold for 3240. So really good pickup here for this guy or gal, whoever picked it up. The last one was sold on February 19th in the same format. PWCC Weekly. So the last 4 have been sold in the PWCC Weekly. 2500, 2000. 1860, wow, 3240, and then last night 2760, so just a little bit below the last comp. We've got an in-action Bill Russell from the 1961 set. Remember, the base cards are worth significantly more. The in-action cards, are sort of subset cards. They're worth a little bit less, but just badass and really cool nonetheless. As you see Bill Russell kind of gliding through the air with a bunch of white guys kind of trying to figure out how he's doing that. 2760 for that PSA 8 Bill Russell from 61 Fleer. Then we're going to go with 2 raw cards. Both of these are NBA certified. Good Lord, look at the patch on this LeBron. That's a pretty cool card. I don't like the fact that it matches with the green. Maybe if it was a gold or a purple parallel or something like that, but green, yellow and purple is a little weird, but it is serial number to 5. It is a legendary patch, 2880 for that one in the LaMelo Select. I guess that's courtside. I don't know enough about that. Yeah, select courtside gold, serial number 9. I just don't like that starburst pattern in the background. That's just me, man. That X-Fractor starburst pattern, I've just never really liked that. I don't know. Do you guys like that? Is that something that the hobby seeks? Or would you rather this just be sheer and just pure gold? I think most people would just prefer the pure gold background. But that's what Select Courtside from that year looks like. That card does 2880. Obviously, a lot of concerns about LaMelo Ball and his ankle at the moment. Another NBA certified 2008 Upper Deck Radiance autograph. LeBron, serial number to 23, does 2880. The base Chrome BGS 9.5 has dropped all the way to 2880. The Cameron Thomas Gold Prism autograph, PSA 10, serial number 10, Pop 2 card. Cam Thomas went on that little stretch where he went 40, 40, 40, and we thought he was off to the races, and then the trade was made, and then Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Spencer Dinwiddie, just a bunch of random wing combo guard types come in, and they put his ass right back on the bench. There's got to be more to the story. There's no way somebody who can score 43 games in a row needs to literally be on the bench watching other dudes play, especially when none of those other dudes can do what he did. And I'm not talking about Mikal Bridges. He's a really good player, and he plays both ways. But I think there's got to be more to the story with Cam Thomas. I know he's a little bit weird. I know he made his no homo comments. I know he got a little bit of trouble for that. He's said some other things, so maybe he's a little immature. I don't know, but it just seems odd that he's sitting on the bench watching, especially on a team that really kind of needs him as a scoring punch. I don't know. He's not getting very many minutes for somebody who's that talented. And then here's an Isaiah Stewart. This Beef Stew 1-of-1 logo, man, just keeps appearing. I think I even looked it up. Did I? Yeah, I looked it up. So this is a 1-of-1, and it's sold 3 times just since February 19th. So I don't know if these are buyers who didn't pay and it gets relisted, or if this is somebody literally thinking they can flip Isaiah Stewart logo men cards and make money. But it sold for $49.20, $6,300, and then all the way down to $3,000. So I don't know the whole story behind that. If you know, share with us in the comments. My guess is it's a joke because no one should pay $300 for an Isaiah Stewart card, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, $3,000 for that Isaiah Stewart. Right next to it, a Black Velocity John Morant PSA 10 does $3,000. That's a Pop 10 card, and then a good-looking, God, that's a good-looking card. BGS 7.5 Upper Deck Premier Red Kevin Durant rookie patch auto. Just a really cool looking card right there. $3,000. A John Stockton number pieces. Of course, remember, serial number to the jersey. We saw the Jason Kidd earlier. This is the Stockton. This one's serial number to 12. Of course, it's a Pop 1. The best Stockton patch auto you can find. Hopefully my guy Rob, the sports card therapist, nutted up and picked this one up. Is that a Jordan Ghost card? Is that Jordan in the background? I think it might be. Has anybody ever called that out or noticed that? I wonder if maybe a Jordan collector snatched this so they could get Jordan's left arm on a card. 1998 Bowman's Best Kobe. This is an atomic refractor? No, just a regular refractor. PSA 8.9 for the autograph. Barely see it on there. Does $3,000. And then another Cam Thomas monster, right? So we saw the gold autograph PSA 10, $3,000. This is the black gold PSA 9, serial number to 5, does $31.20. Which of those two Cam Thomases would you rather have? The sticker auto PSA 10, number to 10, or the black gold PSA 9, serial number to 5? That's an interesting question. This is kind of a color match. He's wearing the Brooklyn black and white jersey, so it's sort of a color match. It's a really good-looking card, to be honest with you. If you're a gambler, somebody just took 2 big swings on Cam Thomas. Those are big cards, potentially huge cards, if he turns out to be an absolute stud. He's shown glimpses of that. 2019 Stars and Stripes Jordan Poole, serial number to 30, does $31.20. That's a PSA 9. They didn't grade the auto. Looks a little faint to me, but man, that card is popping. The next card we're going to look at is somebody who's I think he should sneak onto an All-NBA team. And everybody can say empty stats, hollow stats, underachieving Hawks, this, that, whatever. The dude put up preposterous numbers this year. Go look at it. He got more efficient as the season went on, and he improved as the season went on. I think it took a while to figure out how to play in the same backcourt as DeJounte Murray, but I've got this Mojo autograph rookie Trae Young PSA 10. It's a Pop 3 card, serial number to 25, of course. Pulled up, and ignore these are sensational signatures, so those are little cards. This one sells for $31.20. I've got it pulled up. The last one sold for $55.20. So somebody, and that was way last April, so that was April 10th a year ago. So there you go. That's what's gone on in the Trae Young market, and all he's done is average 27 and 10, and just again, he's not efficient in the same way as a Jokic or an Embiid or a Giannis or some of these guys, but man, there is something there. And again, he's a one-way player. He is a turnstile on defense, but man, he's exciting. He won't be in Atlanta forever. They're going to get something figured out. The guy's entire career, he's not going to just sit here on a team that has no chance. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about Trae Young as a forgotten prospect. Yeah, I say prospect because the guy's still young. LeBron Green X-Fractor from 2005 Finest. That's a third-year LeBron. PSA 10 does $31.20. That's a Pop 2 card. $31.20 seems very cheap to me. The Jerry West 1961 Fleer. Jerry West. This is his rookie card. Does $31.20. I've looked that one up. The last one sold for $4,000. This is the lowest this card has sold for in the last 14 sales. And again, anybody who thinks vintage is immune from price corrections and it's always a slow and steady up and to the right, I have got to correct you, as I always do. I'm not saying don't buy vintage. It's not my joint. I respect it. I think it is a safer move than buying, NFL quarterback RPAs. But at the same time, it is also subject to the same world economic issues that we've experienced with every other card, shiny or not, modern or ultra or vintage or whatever. So over the last year, this Jerry West PSA 7 is actually down, and it's going to be a lot worse than 26% when this one gets plugged in, because this one was 31.20, which is worse than the worst of the last 14. So big pickup there. I mean, again, every card's not the same. Every 7's not the same. Maybe somebody is looking at this and saying that's not a 7, that's a 6, and maybe that's the result. PSA 910 Gold Contenders Auto Trae Young 3240 Immaculate True RPA Jason Tatum 3240. That's only a PSA 7 card right there. Another exquisite number pieces. So that's the third one we've seen. Stockton with the Ghost Jordan in the background. We've now got a Steve Nash here, and then we've also seen the Jason Kidd. So 3 exquisite collection number piece patch autos. That's pretty cool. Jalen Green. This is a Nike black 1-of-1 masterpiece. BGS 8.510. That's a pretty good looking card from Origins. It looks kind of like a Court Kings card to me. Origins is just kind of like that forgotten, just like amorphous product that's out there. It's like, who's buying this? I don't even understand who's looking at it or who's buying it. It's not a low-end product, so it's not like super crazy cheap. It's definitely not a high-end product, and I don't know a single human being. Of course, I live in Louisiana, so I don't know very many collectors, but I'm not aware of anybody who's like can't wait for Origins to come out. So I don't know who's buying these cards. I don't know who's opening the wax. Maybe breakers are doing all that. 3360 for that. Jalen, a Kobe, Black Mamba. We see at least 1 or 2 of these in every single one of these PWCC Top 100. This is the Eminence autograph, 3360. Carmelo Anthony gold refractor. That won't be the last gold refractor we see, 3360. And then here's a card some of you guys may not be familiar with. I am only familiar enough to know when I see this exact image with the black and red Jordan 1s, I know this is the Yugoslavian Chow Mouflon card. Impossibly rare, impossible to grade. This is a Beckett authentic. Obviously, it's preposterously off-center top to bottom. Anybody can see that. 3360 for this one. I've got it pulled up in Card Ladder. Here we go. It's not in the database, so we got to look at solds, right? The last one sold 3120 in August. This one does 3360, so a little jump there, but you'll see it's gone 3,000, 2,800, 1,800, 2,800, 4320 for this same exact not same exact, but another Beckett authentic label, 1,800, 3,160. Here's the deal. If you find one that's high grade and it gets a numerical grade from BGS, or PSA, $10,200. Good Lord, that is a monster. And again, that was from the bubble, right? So look, if we click that, Card Ladder is going to estimate it should be worth $9,000. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. But interesting card there, nonetheless. A lot of people collect these eclectic international Jordan stickers and cards, and they're pretty cool. It's a pretty cool niche in the hobby. All right, moving on. 2020, his guide hand looks like Al Horford in this picture. That is not where your guide hand is supposed to be when you're shooting a basketball. But who am I to tell Emmanuel quickly how to shoot, considering he's gone bonkers this year. And he's a legitimate Sixth Man of the Year contender along with Malcolm Brogdon, who it sounds like is probably going to win it, but Emmanuel quickly did have a huge impact on that Knicks team, which is doing some things in the East and will be interesting to watch in the first round of these NBA playoffs. That's a quickly gold. Serial number to 10, PSA 9. A lot of people think he's kind of a poor man's Tyrese Maxey, but he had a really, really good season. He probably needs to find his way onto a team for his cards to truly flourish and his prices to get where they need to be. And maybe that's what the buyer was thinking, picking up this gold PSA 9, is that, you know what, just like Cam Thomas, he probably needs a change of scenery and needs a consistent, 30, 35 minutes a game, and he might put up, nutso numbers, just like we saw with Jalen Brunson, right? When he was released from the prison that are the Dallas Mavericks, right? And he went to New York and he got all these minutes and he got a green light and he's pulling the strings on that offense. His numbers exploded and his cards have done very well. 2013 Gold Standard Giannis. I still got to get one of these in a 9.5. This is a BGS 9, does 3480. A Kobe Ultimate Signatures 3480, and then a Jordan PSA 9 sticker does 3480. Trust me, that's right on the number. Another Kobe patch, 3600. An exquisite emblems of endorsement, KG, serial number to 15, does 3600. And then this is a cool one. It's a dual patch, dual auto. It is Pippen and Rodman, which is a pretty cool pairing right there, if you ask me. So Pippen and Rodman right there. BGS 9 does 3960. And then a dual autograph, KG and Kobe. There's a lot of KG and Kobe dual autos out there, which I thought is really kind of odd. I don't know. I guess similar, their card, 1 year off as far as their rookie cards go, right? I think Kobe was 96 and KG was 95. I think I've got that right. And then this one's serial number to 25, and they're both straight out of high school, Farragut and Lower Merion. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But a Kobe credentials right next to it. This is only a BGS 6.5. But there's only one graded higher. It's missing the serial number. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Usually, for me, that's a big deal, right? You see Take It to .net's missing serial numbers. You see some other cards that are supposed to be serial numbered and they're missing it. That really bothers me. I don't know how it affected the grade on this. 3960 for that one. The card I want to look up is this monster here. Again, centering doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look 9.5 to me, but it got a 9.5, which gave it a 10 overall. This is the Nikola Jokic Silver Prism. It is only a pop, get this, 7. Pop 7. Shit was different in 2015. I just did a video talking about that. I've got it pulled up. Last night the card does 4,080. The last time this card sold was on New Year's Eve, and it did 3,400. So from 3,400 to 4,080, that's a nice little jump, nice little percentage increase there, as there should be, right? He is the best player on the best team in the West, heading into the playoffs with nothing but optimism, and there's probably some speculating going on right there that he might get it done. And then the first of 2 Damian Lillard National Treasures RPAs. I'll sneak peek you up here. There's another one. Damn, where is it? It's somewhere. There it is, right there. So you got your vertical stripe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color, 5 break patch here, 9.5, and that is a Gem Plus. And then the one we're looking at right here is also a 9.5, but it's a min gem, and it's a 2-color, 2-color, maybe 3-break actually, horizontal. So it's just whatever floats your boat. This one does 4,080. The vertical gem plus does 5,400. Let me know, is it worth the 1,400 premium to get that really cool patch and the extra subgrades? That's tough. But as a Lillard collector, I got to look this bad boy up, right? So here we go. The last few Lillards, 4,000, 5,720, 3,500, and then this min gem does 4,000, which is up, and then we saw the vertical does much more. Jordan Autofocus BGS 9 does 4,080. Dual Auto Wizards Jordan and Julius Irving. Julius Dr. J Irving. Does that say Dr. J in between? It says something in between. I can't tell. It's a lot. It's more than just Julius Irving. Serial numbered out of 50 does 4,200. The KG 2003 first year exquisite patch parallel. This is serial number to 10. Pop 2 does 4320. There's been some really good looking KGs in here. Am I crazy? There's been some really good looking ones, including that dual autograph hand serial number with Kobe. More quickly here. We've got a Logo Man autograph Spectra 101 masterpiece. It does 4560. That seems like a lot. And then a Shaq. This is the Exquisite collection. I think every card in Exquisite was serial numbered, every single one. This is just, this is his patch parallel, which is also serial number to 10, just like the KG over here. Maybe there's some nut job, super deep pockets set collector out there with FU money who's trying to put the whole set together, even though they're serial number to 10. Wouldn't that be badass? But this is the Shaq 4560. Interesting that the KG, wow, that's interesting. The KG BGS 9 is a Pop 2, and it's a BGS 9, and it's KG, and it's sold for 4320. The Shaq is a quad gem, and it's Shaq, who is magnitudes more relevant than Kevin Garnett historically, and it's a gem, it's a quad gem. And it's a pop 1, and it's sold for $45.60. Give me the Shaq all day long. I'd rather one Shaq than two Garnetts, to be honest with you, for the same price. What about the National Treasure, Scotty Barnes? This is his true RPA. Let's look it up. That's a 9.5. It does $46.80. He actually finished the season really well, guys. Had some serious shooting issues this season, but finished it well. Here's the numbers: 5,400, 5,700, 59, almost 6,000, 8,000, 17,000. Ouch. 4,680. So that Scotty Barnes True RPA continues to drop. I see these all the time. I don't understand them. Panini Eminence, Gold Bar, Patch. I guess patch auto. Is it a patch? I don't know. Serial number to 3. They confuse me. It doesn't look like a basketball card. 4,800, and then a Prime Silhouettes. Jason Tatum, serial number to 25. Gem Plus. Those cards are a bitch to grade. So for somebody to get a 9.5, I don't know. That's a pop 8. That shocks me. Like, those things are really, really hard to grade. Every Crown Royale card I've ever seen is like a BGS 8 or an 8.5. It seems like to me. But that Tatum does 4,800, and it's serial number 1 out of 25. That's a really good-looking card, I'll be honest with you. Let's look it up. It's the 2012. You guys know how I feel about 2012 Prism. I'm a hype beast, right, when it comes to that set. I think it's the coolest set out there. 86 Fleer, 2012 Prism, 1996 Topps Chrome, 1997 Metal Universe, 2003 Topps Chrome. I love 2013 Prism too, to be quite honest with you, especially because of the price point. But let's look at the 2012 Prism Kobe Silver. This is when silver meant something. You're more likely to find a bar of silver underneath your bed than find one of these silvers in a box. They were just really hard to come by. Great looking card. Pop 22. Look at this pop report, y'all. There's only been 72 ever graded by PSA. If that's not scarcity and rarity in the modern era, I don't know what is. Just a really awesome card. This Kobe does $5,000 on the last sale, $6,500 before that. Last night it does $4,920. So continues to drop. Maybe it's a buying opportunity. Triple autograph, PSA 7 with an 8 for the auto. Bird Magic Doc, $49.20. And then this is the Grail, right? This is the best, or one of the best Zach LaVine cards in the world. I don't know how else to say it. This is his true RPA with an absolutely stunning patch. It's a good-looking autograph. It's a PSA 10. It's vertical. It's serial number to 99. It's pop 4, $5,000. Again, looking at some of these other cards, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. But it's maddening that guys that are as good as Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, their cards. And I understand why. I get it. I understand demand is the big deal, and they haven't done it. But if he happened to be second fiddle on a team that had 2 rings, his cards would be worth a lot more. I don't know. There's a lot to it, but I just wish performance on the court statistically was more reflective of a player's card prices. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? But it's not. So we got a Kobe Rubies. This is a Ruby patch, parallel, autograph, number to 15, 5,000. Again, one of my favorite years. I've actually got the Blue Wade Black Label BGS 10 from this year. This gold BGS 10 is just really cool looking. That's a pop 2 card. Serial numbered, oh my gosh, 3 out of 10. I am jealous of whoever picked that card up last night. If I was going to start a new PC of a retired player, it would be Dwayne Wade. I loved him, man. I loved Flash. I loved watching him. I loved the way he played. I hate that his career intersected with LeBron, because I collect LeBron, and I really liked Wade as much or more than LeBron back when they were both playing. I almost don't like the fact that they came together to form the team in Miami. I would have liked to have seen what Wade could have done on his own. I think his legacy would be remembered and perceived much differently if he had just kind of won maybe 3 by himself. Or maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have. Hell, I don't know. But it would have been nice to see if he could have taken some of those NBA Finals appearances away from LeBron instead of helping him add those 3 or 4 Finals appearances. Dual autograph, Jordan and Doc. This is in an NBA deal where you can look at the heat map, 5,160. Let's speed up. Patch Auto Jordan, 5280. Another gold bar Steph, 5400. We already talked about this one. This one did really well. The subs are great. The patch is great. Great card, great card. The gold refractor, Carmelo Anthony, 5520. Speaking of statistical monsters, and by the way, that is, I think that's Antonio Davis here. This is Lamont Murray here out of the great University of California, who was awesome. I don't know who this is in the middle, and I'd really like to know who that is. I can't see. It's too small. So she said. But this is the Carmelo Anthony 2003 Gold Refractor, serial number to 50, BGS 9.5. 5520, is it me, or has there been a shitload of cards in the 5,000 range? I feel like we've seen 35 freaking cards in a row that are in the 5,000 range. Maybe I'm just crazy. Anthony Edwards Gold 1-in-1. Still waiting to see what the hobby thinks. I know there's some people out there who really covet these gold 1-in-1 cards, or the 1-in-1 cards, period. This PSA 9 does 5640 for Anthony Edwards. That's his rookie card. And then a KG, good Lord, another number pieces. That's the fourth number pieces. This is a 9.5, so it's a pop 3, 5640. A Jordan BCC G9. What the hell does that mean? Because that is a really bad condition Jordan. Really bad top right and bottom left corner, really off center. It looks like there's a white stain on the surface up here in the top right. There's a million things wrong with this card. I don't know where this belongs. Hopefully somebody paid PSA 4, PSA 5 maybe, value for it. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Atomic Refractor Kobe. This is a rookie card. Is that... Who is that guarding him? I don't think that's GP. He looks too long, and I don't think he's wearing shoes that Gary Payton wore. I want to say Nate McMillan, but he could not have still been on the Sonics in 1998, I don't think, right? Serial number to 100. Somebody let me know in the comments who you think that is. It's not Hersey Hawkins. He's too dark. That's not Hersey Hawkins. I wonder who that is on the Sonics that's guarding Kobe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. 5760. Limited logos. KG. Beautiful card here. 8.5. Have we seen some KGs or what? Good Lord, dude. We've seen some KGs in this one. And then here's a card. This just makes me want to cry. The fact that this is Tim Duncan's Legacy Collection, serial number to 100, PSA 10, Pop 2, rookie card. This is Tim Duncan's rookie card. This is the greatest power forward that has ever lived. 5880 for a serial number to 100 rookie card. Let's look up the Kawhi. This is his true National Treasures, true RPA. I'll always look this Kawhi card up over and over. Oh, by the way, there's the Carmelo. The Carmelo jumped, just so you guys know. Of course, it sold for $15,600 during the first quarter of 2022. And then it did well, and obviously 2021 as well. And it's dipped all the way to 38.51. But then that Carmelo, like we said last night, jumped back up to 55.20. And part of it's a Gem Plus, and so that subs had a lot to do with it. But it jumped all the way up to 55.20. But let's look up that that Kawhi Leonard. I think I've got the Kawhi pulled up. There he is, yeah. So the last four Kawhis, 5,400, 5,300, 5,500, 4,900, and then last night 6,300. So interesting. Again, great patch. BGS 9. The subgrades look fine to me. I can't see. It's too small. I don't really care. 9.5, 9.5, 9, 8.5. So pretty. That's a little. I'd say premium subgrades for BGS 9. And everything about the card checks every box as far as the patch and the auto goes. So 6,300 is a big jump there. I just don't see them. I don't see them doing it. They won to give themselves a playoff series against the Suns. I just don't see it working out real well for them. Especially, it doesn't. I don't know. Is Paul George back? I don't. Even if he is, he can't be 100% because he's been sitting watching. St. Vincent, St. Mary's, LeBron, UMass, Doc, and UNC, Jordan. Triple auto, serial numbered to 15. BGS 9 does 6,300. A Jordan 8 does 6,300. Two Kevin Durant's. There's another numbers pieces for you numbers pieces collectors out there. 6,900 for both of those KGs and BGS slabs. The first Booker that we're going to see, I just did a neat little video comparing the card prices of Booker, Jokic, and Embiid from their Prism base PSA 10s, and just kind of comparing and contrasting and asking questions. Really just a video using the Socratic method, asking you guys what you think about those cards. Serial number to 99, that's his true RPA, because back then in 2015 they were horizontal. I think that's right. Am I wrong about that? I thought they were horizontal in this year, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I've seen maybe Jokic didn't have a patch. I don't know enough about it. I'm going to shut up right now. But that is a rookie year. It's a BGS 8. The corners are terrible. Yeah, okay, 7.5. That top left corner, every single corner is bad on this. 7,200. But again, it's Devin Booker's true. I think it's his true RPA. I think it was horizontal that year. More gold bar, Kobe stuff. Another Steph Curry autograph on the actual fabric. I don't want to go out on a limb, but is that his hat? It might be his hat where they autograph it and they cut that out of his hat, but maybe it's a jersey. I don't know. You got to turn it over and read the back. I don't have time because I don't care enough. Serial number to 10. It's a logo man, but it's serial number to 10 logo man. So is it really a logo man? I don't know. 7,200 for that one. Zion, 1 of 1. 7,500. An orange Tatum. Let's look it up. Here we go. The last 4 sales. 7,900, 7,500, 7,500, 8,000, and 7,500. So a little dip for a Pop 14. Orange serial number to 49. Tatum PSA 10. What do you think about the Celtics? They're healthy going into the playoffs relatively. The Bucks, I'm worried about Middleton. The Sixers are hot, and they're a team to be reckoned with. The Cavs might be a year too early, but damn, I don't want to see those dudes. But it sounds like the Bucks will see them in round 2 if they can get by round 1 without Middleton. Haha, just kidding. NBA, Kobe, Morant, dual on-card autograph. This NBA Hoops card, to me, looks like a Court Kings card. Am I crazy? That looks like a Court Kings card right there, but it's NBA Hoops, and it's called Hoops Art Signature. Maybe that's why, because the Court Kings got that kind of fabric, canvasy look, and it's all on card. It's a good-looking card. I think that's on card. I don't think that's a sticker, but I'd have to look closer, and again, I don't know. I'm not an expert. Another D Wade. So we've seen some serious D Wade cards in this one, including that gold BGS 10. This D Wade's a logo man, a true logo man masterpiece. 1 of 1 from Flawless, which is a brilliant brand. PSA 6 does 7,800. The Jordan Platinum Portrait, singular portrait. Let's look it up. The PSA 9. This was a good one. Okay, so they didn't have the 9. There hasn't been a 9 sale. Let me show you. I've got the last 2 years. There hasn't been a PSA 9 sold in the last 2 years. This is a very rare, difficult card to pull from packs, right? And it's the intricate pinhole die cut. It's the Jordan 97 Metal Universe Platinum Portrait. If we click on the pop report, 67 have ever been graded by PSA, 158 by Beckett. Add them up, it's about 220, right? Something like that. 225 have ever been graded by the big 2 grading companies. Going back and looking at the card, no PSA 9s have sold in the last 2 years. So I kind of wanted to look at a BGS 9 and see what that sold for. We know BGS 9 is going to sell for a little bit less than a PSA 9. Well, the BGS 9 has sold relatively recently. It's on a downward trend. We know that over the last 2 years. Let's go to the last 1 year and cut out that crazy one. It looks to me like it's about an $8,000 card in BGS 9. This PSA 9 last night, guys, does 9,000. I think that's a good pickup. Again, PSA 9 over BGS 9. The last 2 BGS 9s are 8,400 and 8,000, basically 7,900. This PSA 9 does 9,000. I think that's a good buy. I really do. A BVG 7.5 wilt. That's a good looking one right there, to be honest with you. You might be able to make some money just putting the thing in a PSA slab and hoping for the best. Depends on what Nat and the boys decide to give you. 2018 Prism Blue serial number to 199. The true color match Doncic. Obviously, the high-end guys are going to say that the blue cracked ice or the blue ice or whatever the hell it's called, serial number to 99. But the true blue serial number to 199. This is a minimum gem. Does 9,300. A LeBron Signs of a Future Legend. They got that right. PSA 10 does 9,300. And then a really cool. How cool is this Jambalaya? I mean, obviously every Jambalaya from 97. Skybox EX 2001 is going to be nasty, but this Jambalaya, that action photo of Robin right there is special. $9,300 for that one. That is a Pop 3, people. I've got it pulled up. There it is. And look at what this card's done all time. You could have had it for $560 in 2014, which is just before I got back into the hobby. God, I wish I'd have had more money then and bought a bunch of crazy stuff like this, but I didn't. No use crying over spilt milk. I did some good things and some dumb things. The card got all the way to 14,000 during the crazy 2021 run where nobody knew what the hell they were doing. And then it kind of tapered off. 11,000 and 11,500 are the last 2. Remember, it's a Pop 3 card, that has been sold 4 times in this grade. So interesting. Let's look at the pop report. It's been graded a total of 66 times between PSA and BGS, and I guarantee you some of those are crack and resubs. I don't know what percentage, but there is no way all of those were unique individual substitutions. Some of those are going to be crack and resubs. Obviously, PSA is a little bit harder on the gem than BGS, because with BGS, on these rounded corners, you get an automatic BGS 10 for corners, and so that helps your BGS grade. It makes it way more likely you're going to get a mint with BGS than with PSA, because you automatically factor in the BGS 10 for the corners. Just a little factoid right there. But what did we say? The last one did 11.5. The one before that did 11. This one does 9,300. So nice pickup there. Somebody got it at a discount. And now we're going to look at maybe the greatest PSA 7 Kareem rookie I've ever seen in my life. Of course, he was Lou Alcindor. Then it's got the PWCC 5% sticker. And if you want to see the value that a PWCC S sticker has on a card, watch this. So this is a PSA 7. The last PSA 7 sold for $4,000. This one sold for $9,300. So that's about 125%. All over double what the last PSA 7 sold for. That is the highest this card has sold for in the last 37 sales, going all the way back to 1 year ago. So massive sale. When Card Ladder updates their data to include this PWCC Weekly Auction number 64, this dot right here is going to go all the way up here to this little Card Ladder symbol, and it's going to show that this PSA 7 Kareem is flat over the last year. That is very misleading, and it is a great opportunity for me to once again remind everybody who looks at graphs, whether it's on Alt or Card Hedger or Market Movers or Card Ladder or Card Butt or whatever the hell you use for your data pricing, please don't just look at the percentage and spit it out. There is so much more to it. I do it all the time on my channel, but I try to remind everybody, do your due diligence, click buttons. This Kareem that you are looking at on your screen is not normal. That is not normal. That is not a PSA 7 Kareem. And if you go look at what a PSA 8 Kareem is worth, all hell breaks loose, right? We know the PSA 8 jumps, it's a pop 172, so half as many as PSA 7s, and it jumps to a $22,000 card. So this card really is more like a 7.5, and I don't even think they have, do they have 7.5 in here? That'd be nice. No, they don't have 7.5 in here, but that's not an ordinary Kareem. So don't think Kareem's PSA 7s have jumped to 9,300, because the next one will not sell for 9,300. I will bet all of my John Henson rookie cards that the next Kareem PSA 7 is not going to sell for $9,000. Refractor Kobe 7.5 got pretty serious centering issues. Damn, I don't think it's that bad. Jeez. The surface is a 7 too. Good Lord, what's going on here? 9,600. A pretty good looking Oscar Robertson PSA 8, a little off center left to right, but damn, razor sharp edges and corners. Does 10,200. Did I look up Oscar? Yeah, I did. Let's look up Oscar. 8,100, 10,890, 9,222, and then this one jumps to 10,000. So that's a great sale for vintage guys. That's a great sale for the Oscar. Back up over 10,000, back to a 5-figure card for that Oscar PSA 8. About half the Kareem. Interesting. So flawless horizontals here, number 10, Tatum 10.5, dual auto, Antoine Jameson and Gilbert Arenas. Raise your hand if you had Gilbert Arenas and Antoine Jameson in our top, 10 highest sold cards on the PWCC Weekly number 64 this week. You'll notice neither of my hands is raised, but I think that some deep pockets FU money collector out there is trying to collect as many of these as possible, and this could have been freaking Mehmet Okur and Antoine Carr for all that they care. They were going to get this dual logo, man, no matter what, because I think somebody out there is trying to scoop these things up. So, again, Antoine Jameson, no slouch. The Hibachi Agent Zero, no slouch. But, come on, $10,500 for that. And wouldn't you know it, another number pieces. Damn. And this one's Kobe. And even though he's been the highest serial number, we've seen Kidd, we've seen Stockton, we've seen KG. Kobe is obviously jersey number 24. This one, he wasn't number 8 then. He was number 24. So there's 24 of them. But the Kobe does 10,800 for that numbers pieces. A Reggie Miller. And again, don't think that the fact that he is God, it looks like he's blocking this clean. How could this be possible? Don't think the fact that that's Michael Jordan shooting the ball doesn't have some bearing on the value of this card. Nonetheless, Skybox Star Rubies were really a big deal back then. 98 Skybox Premium Star Ruby, serial number to 50. Reggie Miller, sort of a color match, right? With that gold in the background, goldish, 10th in the background, 11,400. Speaking of gold, this looks like a gold Starburst / X-Fractor. Jay-Z, serial number to 9. Autograph. It's a pop 1 in a PSA 10. 13,800. I have not looked. Well, should we look? Let's look. Let's take a detour, y'all. Let's take a detour. I'm going to go to Card Ladder. I'm going to look at the highest selling Jay-Z cards ever sold because that is what the people want to see. Here we go. I'm just going to type in J-Z, and then I'm going to do the highest price ever sold. Wow. Okay, so the highest selling Jay-Z card. Nope, I got dates in there. Okay. Oh my God. There is a superfractor of this card, 1 of 1, and someone paid $103,200 for it when all hell was breaking loose in 2021, right smack in the middle of the 2021 bubble. Someone spent $103,000 on a Jay-Z card. I was thinking this was going to be a very high on the list of Jay-Z sales of all time. But no, someone has paid 6 figures for a Jay-Z card somewhere in there. 2018 Optic. This to me seems like lunacy. Of all the cards we've looked at, this is a 16th year LeBron. It's Optic, which is a second or third tier chromium product, depending on how you perceive Select. It's certainly behind Prism. It is serial number 10. It is beautiful. It is pop 1. But this reeks of desperation, and it reeks of somebody out there, and I'm offending probably one of my friends. I just think $16,800 for an arbitrary gold LeBron from the 16th year seems nuts. That seems crazy to me. That seems like way too high a price. If you scroll down and look at some of the other stuff you could have picked up, you could have picked up the Oscar and the Kareem for that price. That just seems crazy. And now we're on the top 3. And by the way, in case you haven't noticed, PWCC changed their interface. So now instead of going 4 wide, we're going 3 wide. I don't know if y'all like it or not, but I don't really have a choice. I tried to switch it to 4 and I couldn't do it. So we're 3 wide, NASCAR style. And then card number 3 on the list is this card that my 9-year-old daughter drew for me. No, I'm just kidding. It's a 1985 Prism with an S, not Prism with a Z, Prism with an S, the original Prism. Jewel stickers. Michael Jordan caricature card where someone took very little time and attention to detail and drew a picture of Michael Jordan and then slapped it on a sticker and didn't take any measures to center the card. But this is one of the best centered I've ever seen. This is one of the highest condition jewel stickers that I've ever seen. $18,600 for the BGS 8.5. Let's pull it up. I've got it up. There it is. It's a pop 27. There's been about 225 ever graded between the big two. 8.5 BGS puts it right here. So pop 27, only 7 9s out there. There's no gems. There's one PSA 10 sticker. There's one gem mint of this silly sticker out there in the world, and it's a PSA 10. I don't know who's got it, but please, if you're watching and you've got it, let us know in the comments, because congratulations to you. That's a needle in a haystack out of the 225 that have been graded. The gem rate for Beckett is 0. The gem rate for PSA is as close to 0 as you can get. It's 1, which is 0.88%. So if you've got one and you're thinking you've got the next PSA 10, you probably don't. But the BGS 8.5 has run over the last year from 21,000, 12,000, 10,000, back up, huge bounce back to 18,600. That's a humongous jump over the last sale, and it is quickly reversing the trend and trying to revert to the price that this card had about a year ago. Interesting right there. That's very interesting right there. What about the go-to flagship refractor LeBron rookie card? This is his PSA 10. It is 2003 Topps Chrome, card number 111. Obviously, everybody knows that. Here it is, down 36% over the last 6 months. The last one sold for $28,800, which was the lowest it sold for in the last 6 months, in the last 19 sales. This one bucks the trend and bounces back a little bit. Someone out there has hope that LeBron and AD and the boys are going to get through the play-in and get into the playoffs and make some noise. Or maybe they just have their wits about them and know they can hold this card for 10 years. And I would think in 10 years, it will be worth more than $30,000. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. $31,000 for that LeBron refractor. Again, interesting history here. You don't want to know, but if we go back 2 years, somebody paid $162,000 for this card. If we look at all time, somebody paid $286,000. That's only $250,000, and now it sells for $30,000. So that is an interesting graph, to say the least. Wow. I don't know what else to say about that card. That card just, reeks of pandemic folklore, just like the Doncic 2018 Prism Base and Silver do. And then the winner, the big winner, is Anthony Edwards, whose teammate last night tried to punch another teammate, and whose other teammate broke his hand punching a wall because he's an idiot, and put his team in a horrible position. Anyway, Anthony Edwards, Timberwolves, really promising young player, had a huge bounce forward season this year. Probably won't sneak on to an all-NBA team just because of lack of team success, but did what he needed to do statistically to be considered at the very least. Certainly a huge step forward, a better year than his counterpart from his rookie class, LaMelo Ball, who he's often compared to. Had some injury issues again, but this is a Pop 2. Gold, Prism, True Gold, serial number to 10, PSA 9, good looking 9. The centering is not that off. I mean, it could be, it's almost 10 worthy. It's damn close. Maybe somebody's thinking crack and resub. I don't know. But sells for $45,600 last night. By far and away blows out the LeBron refractor and the Jordan kid sticker. And sells for $45,600. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what the card sold for in November. But before you get excited and think that the market has stabilized, if we scroll out to 2 years, somebody once paid $90,000 for the exact same card. So it's a half price discount if you've got $45,000 laying around to gamble on a prospect who's proven to be almost a can't miss, like Anthony Edwards. Now, he can miss a ring, but he ain't going to miss All-NBA teams. He's destined, and he's really good. And they just need to figure out what the hell they're doing in Minnesota, because they gave up the house for Rudy Gobert, who's not even as good as the rookie Walker Kessler that they traded him for, who plays the same position for 1/10 of the salary. Is that enough bad news for Minnesota collectors out there? Anyway, that's it. Let's talk about our top 10. Ant, LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, Jay-Z, Reggie Jordan, right? We'll call it Reggie Jordan. Kobe, Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson, Jason Tatum, and Oscar Robertson. Is that not an eclectic top 10 or what? Let me know what you think in the comments. What surprised you? What went too high? What went too low? Let me know if you love these videos. I'll do every single Monday as early as possible. And on that note, I should tell you, I'm traveling with my daughter for soccer in North Carolina, so I will not be able to get this out early next Monday morning. So PWCC Weekly number 65, you're going to be on your own. I'm going to skip it. For the first time in 65 weeks, I got to skip it. So you're not going to get PWCC Weekly number 65. So this one's going to have to last you. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you guys like the format. If there's anything you think I can do to improve, let me know. If I misspoke, I apologize. It's a lot of information in a short amount of time, and I could misquote or misprice or look something up wrong. Let me know. I'm not perfect, but I'm doing my best for you guys, and hopefully I improve a little bit each week. And hopefully you find these videos educational and entertaining. I know I do. I learn a lot every time I do one of these. It gives me all sorts of ideas of different places to go in the hobbies. Numbers pieces. I think that's the theme of this PWCC Top 100. Numbers pieces, numbers pieces, numbers pieces. There was a lot of really cool cards in there and an interesting subset from that exquisite collection insert set. So thank you guys as always for watching. I hope you have a great week in the hobby. I hope you had a great Easter yesterday. On Easter Sunday. Remember, the reason for that was pretty important, and should be hopefully you spent that time with family and friends, and you had a nice, safe Easter weekend. All those people that are traveling in back and forth with families, and hopefully everybody got back from the Mint Collective safely that went out there to Vegas for that. It sounds like everybody had a great time. I'm super jealous. I wish I could have joined everybody out there, but family matters called and took precedence over that. I will see everybody at the National, and you can bet on that. I've booked everything, hotel, everything. If you haven't booked for the National, you better go do it. I had to get a hotel that was a couple miles away. There's not even anything close to the National left anymore, at least not that I could see. So Anyway, hope you guys have a great week. I've already got videos out through the week, so I will be in North Carolina, but you're going to have a video every single day, pre-recorded, ready to rock and roll at 4:30 p.m. Central Time every single day during the week, the rest of this week and next. And on the weekends, I try to put some mail days on at maybe around 10:30 a.m. Central Time in the mornings on Saturday and Sunday. So all of you early risers have to wait a few hours, but late risers can drink their coffee and watch my mail day videos or whatever videos I choose to put out on Saturdays and Sundays. 7 days a week, 7 videos a week, sometimes 8 or 9. Yes, I know I'm nuts, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and appreciate it. Still doing it ad-free, nothing in the middle. At some point, I want to cash in and do a pre-roll, a post-roll, and every once in a while hype a product that I do care about and would have no trouble endorsing. But you're not going to see me, hyping Cialis or Viagra or products that I don't use or stuff like that. It's only going to be stuff that I do care about and I do believe in and that does help me in my collecting journey, because I try to be as transparent and truthful as any other content you're going to find out here on the hobby. And so that's the way I've always done it. That's the way I'll do it going forward. And if it prevents me from making bunches of money, that's fine. I don't care. I don't do this for the money anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.